In this video, we will learn how to send lead alerts on WhatsApp to multiple person using round robin. So you have created a form in Google Forms, and whenever a new lead is captured, you want to assign the very same lead to multiple team members one by one on their WhatsApp, that too automatically. So understand with an example, you have 3 sales representatives in your team, and when the first lead is arrived, you want to assign the first lead to first salesperson. When second lead is there, assign it to second salesperson. When third lead is there, assign it to the third person, and when the fourth lead is there, again assign the same lead to the first person once again. So this is how we're going to learn how we can automatically assign the every new incoming lead to multiple agents, that too in a sequential way, that too automatically on their WhatsApp. Want to learn how you can implement this in your business? Just come to my screen and follow the instructions till end. So this is the travel booking and inquiry form I have created, and I want to send each inquiry to my sales team on their WhatsApp, something like this, so that they can immediately contact them. And for this, I need to connect Google Forms and WhatsApp with the help of an integration and automation software, Pabbly Connect. Well, you can also reach to this website by typing pabbly.com/connect. I will also attach this link in my description box. Now first, you will have to create your free account from this button, and you will also get free task every month to test these kinds of automation in the free account. Now I am already an existing user, that is why I am clicking on sign in. Click on access now, and this is how you will reach to the dashboard of Pabbly Connect, from where exactly we are going to start creating our automation. Okay, so click on this blue button, create workflow, and provide any random name to your workflow. I am providing the name to my workflow as send Google Forms leads to team on WhatsApp. Now click on create, and you will see 2 boxes in front of you, trigger and action. Trigger means when this happens, action means do this. When this happens, do this. Understand with an example. Whenever a sale happen in a payment gateway application, send an email via Gmail application. According to our use case, whenever the form is submitted in Google Forms application, send message to team on WhatsApp application. So that is why the first application here will be Google Forms, alright. And in the trigger event, I am going to select new response, because I want that whenever a new response, a new inquiry is received, I want to send it to multiple team members. Well, here I am going to connect to Google Forms with Pabbly Connect in order to start creating this automation with the help of this webhook URL, and the instruction for the same is already given here. Just follow these instructions one by one for connecting these two applications. Okay, so copy this webhook URL, go back to your Google Forms which you have created, and open this responses section, and from here you will find the spreadsheet. Okay, open that spreadsheet, and with the help of this spreadsheet only, we are going to build the connection in between these two. Okay, so this is the travel booking and inquiry form sheet of this particular form. Alright, and let's copy this webhook URL once again and open this extension section of this sheet, and here you will find the option of add-on. Click on get add-ons and search here for Pabbly Connect webhooks. Let me search for the same, Pabbly Connect webhooks. Okay, here it is, and you will find the add-on of Pabbly Connect. You will install it firstly. I have already installed it, that is why I am closing it. Again, click on the extension, and you will find your Pabbly Connect webhooks option, basically the add-on here. Okay, click on initial setup, and you will find a box in front of you. Here you will have to paste the same webhook URL which you have just received from Pabbly Connect, and in the trigger column, well, it is basically the last data entry column of your sheet. In my case, I'm having the data up to F column, that is why I will write F here. But if in your case the data is up to G, H, I, J, K, you will have to write that particular column value. Okay, when I will click on send test, it will say that no data found in row 2 because we do not have any data right now. So let's first create a data to send it. Okay, so come back to Pabbly Connect first and first read this note. Log into the application where you have added the webhook URL and do a test submission or record so that the data can be recorded here in the webhook response. So basically it is asking us to go to Google Forms and do a test submission here so that particular data can be recorded in Pabbly Connect. So let's make a dummy submission here. So I'm going to fill this form as a dummy user. So I have provided the information. The traveler name is dummy user. admin@pabblytudes.com is the email address. Here is the phone number. The budget for traveling is, let's say, 30,000 plus. And finally, the destination in which he is interested in is Goa. Click on submitted and you will see this form will be submitted and you will see the data will be added here. Now finally, we are going to send this data to Pabbly Connect. How? Click on extensions once again and here you will find the Pabbly Connect webhooks. Click on initial setup. Again, I'm going to copy this webhook URL and going to paste it here. Alright, I have pasted it successfully. Again, going to fill this trigger column. Click on send test finally and you will see the test data sent successfully. Alright, and here are the details. Let's close this. Let's submit it and go back to Pabbly Connect and wait for the response. Well, you can see the response has been initiated, has been received immediately in Pabbly Connect. Let me even show you the details one by one. Here is the traveler's name. The traveler email is here, admin@pabblytudes.com. Here is the phone number. Here is the budget. Here is the city, the name of the spreadsheet, and we have all the details. Now I want to send these details to all my sales representative teams, that too one by one. So assume that I am having 3 team members. So I want to send this first detail to first person, and then when the second inquiry will arrive, I will send that second inquiry to second person. The third inquiry will be sent to the third person, and again the fourth inquiry will be sent to the first salesperson once again. So how I am going to create this scenario? Before I start telling you this process, first let me tell you, once you will send this data to Pabbly Connect, you will have to enable one more setting here. Open your Pabbly Connect webhooks option once again and enable this send on event. Well, what does that mean? Well, when you will enable this option, that means now onwards, whenever a new data arrive here, basically whenever the new form submission arrive here, that data will be automatically sent to Pabbly Connect. That is why we have enabled that particular setting, which is actually very important in order to create this automation. And the second thing I would like to tell you is that whenever you will work with the spreadsheets in Pabbly Connect, make sure you are not logged into multiple Gmail accounts. Otherwise, your connection will not be made and your automation will not be connected. Okay, come back to Pabbly Connect and now I am going to send these details to all my sales representatives. But before that, I will have to create a scenario of that 1, 2, 3. Basically, a sequence of 1, 2, 3 so that these leads can be sent in a sequential way. So how I will create this sequence scenario? So basically you will have to search for the number formatter here, and with this number formatter we are going to fetch 3 numbers, that too in a sequential manner. Okay, in action event we are going to search for the counter, and with the help of this counter we will actually fetch this counting of 1, 2, 3, that too in a one by one, basically in the sequential way. Okay, so it is asking for the few details. First thing is initial value. Basically enter initial value from where the counting will begin. I want to begin this counting from 1. Now second, it is asking for the operation. Well, I want to increment this value from 1 to 2 and then 2 to 3. So that is why the operation will be increment only. Now it is asking for the change by value. Well, enter change by value like 1. Well, in this case, I want to change the value by 1 only, with the difference of 1 only. I want that after this one, I should receive the value of 2. which is actually a difference of one number only. That is why I have added the same. Now it is asking for the reset on execution. Select yes if you want to reset the final value to the initial value on each execution of a step, else select no. So I don't want to reset the final value to the initial value on each execution of step, so I will keep it as no only, and the reset counter after reaching certain final value will be 3 here, because I want that when this value will reach out, it should reset to 1 once again. Okay, let me even show you how it will work. Click on this button and you will see the result. You can see the initial value was 1. It has changed by 1 and we have actually received the final value by 2. When you will click on this button once again, you will get the value of 3. Click on this button once again and now you will get the value of 1. This is how this value will keep on changing, that too in a sequence way. Okay, so finally with the help of number formatter, with the help of counter, we have actually created the scenario of sequence basically of 1, 2, 3, and on the 3 number it will reset the count once again to 1. Now we basically have 3 conditions. Let's say if the value is 1 here, then what should be done? If the value is 2 here, then what should be done? And if the value is 3 here, what should be done? And after the 3, again when it will reset to 1, what should be done? So I have 3 cases, and how I'm going to define these 3 cases, these 3 conditions. Well, we have a feature of router which is offered by Pabbly only, and with the help of this router we can actually define as many as condition as we want, basically as many routes as we want. Here by default we have 2 routes. You can select, you can add as many routes as we want, and in our case we want 3 routes, basically 3 conditions. So let me first rename these conditions, these routes first. Okay, first one is the route 1, which I am going to rename as condition for sales agent 1. Okay, let me copy the same, but before that let me correct the spelling. Okay, let me copy the same, click on update, and in the route 2 I am going to rename as, okay, condition for the sales agent 2. Click on update, again click on this 3 dot, click on rename, and this is actually for the sales agent 3. So I have renamed all these 3 conditions. Now finally I'm going to actually set the filter, basically the action steps. So click on this blue button and it will ask you to set the condition. In here I will select the condition of 1, basically this for the sales agent 1. So how? In the select label you will have to map the response which we have received from the counter, which we have received from the number formatter, remember. And in the select label we are going to map the final value. No matter what is the final value, whether it is 2, 1 or 3, you'll have to map this value. Basically we are setting up the condition that whenever the final value is equals to 1, then this particular should execute. Okay, I have provided 1 value, then this particular route should execute. Click on save and send test request and you will see the condition will be false. You can even see the error is here, condition is false. Why? Because the counter value which we have received was actually true. But still you will have to define this condition, still you will have to define here that when this condition is going to be true. So in that case the WhatsApp message should be sent. So for sending the WhatsApp message I am selecting WhatsApp Cloud API, and in the action event we are going to select the send template message. Okay, click on connect, click on add new connection. Now it is asking for the 3 details in order to connect. Okay, token, phone number ID and WhatsApp business account ID. So let's first open the account of WhatsApp Cloud API. So basically you will have to type developers.facebook.com in your browser in order to reach to this website, and WhatsApp Cloud API is the official API of WhatsApp which Facebook has recently launched, and we are going to make use of the same for sending the WhatsApp messages. And once you will create your account here and sign in here, the very first thing you will have to do is to create an app. Well, I have already created several apps. That is why I'm not going to create the apps from the starting. You can create your app with the help of the video which I have provided in the description box. Okay, so this is my app, and after creating an app, you will also have to generate a permanent token, because you will have to define, you will have to provide this permanent token here. Okay, generated permanent token as explained here. You can again visit our description box where I have clearly mentioned the process of app creation and generating the permanent token. All right, I am going to click on this app here, my Connect message app, and in the left hand side you will find an option of WhatsApp. Click over here, click on getting started, and here exactly you will find all the three details, basically the token, number ID, and WhatsApp business account ID. Well, since I am creating this video just to show you how the connections can be made, that is why I am using this temporary access token which will expire in 23 hours. Okay, but again you will have to generate the permanent token as per the instructions. All right, now it is asking for the phone number ID. From here exactly you will find that ID, and lastly the WhatsApp business account ID. Again copy it and paste it here and click on save, and you will see your WhatsApp Cloud API account will be connected with Pabbly Connect, and this is how we are going to send the message. We are going to start sending the messages using WhatsApp Cloud API. Now first thing, it is asking for the template name. Well, what are templates? Well, whenever you want to send WhatsApp messages to your users, to your customers, or to your team members, firstly you will have to create a template, get it approved, and then only you can actually start communicating with your person with the help of that template. Basically, your first message should always be a template message. Let me show you my account where I have created several templates. Under the step 2 you will find the option of here. Click over here and you will see I will reach out to the message section, basically the template section of WhatsApp Cloud API. So you can see I have created various templates. Few of them are actually active, few of them rejected. So I have created this template first and get it approved via Facebook after submitting it. Okay, let me show you the template which I have created for sending the messages to the team members. Okay, so assign leads is the name of my template, and this is the header which is optional, but I have actually provided a header text here, and in the text you even have option of none and media. And in media, in case you want to attach the image, the video along with your header, instead of this text you can also do the same. Now for the content, you can actually compose it, you can actually create it from this body. Basically this is the content of the message, and you can preview this whole message from the right hand side. Well, the message is quite big, but it is actually a very nice message which I am going to send to my team. You can see new lead is arrived. Hi Roger Binny, and we have a new lead on our form name and it is assigned to you. Please take a look. And here I am actually going to attach the details of the person which are actually receiving by the form submission. Okay, and you can even attach the footer and buttons also in case you want to attach it with your WhatsApp message. And let me show you one more important thing. You can see, you can notice I have kept a few things in the form of number within the curly braces. What are these? Well, these are the variables, and whatever the values I have kept in the form of variables will be changed as per the new submission. Once a new message will arrive, these value will be changed automatically, will be replaced automatically, and a nice message will be created automatically, and this is how it will get sent. And one more thing I would like to tell you is that once you will create the template, do not forget to provide these samples to your template. Otherwise, your template will not get approved quickly. So make sure you provide the samples. Well, what are the samples? Basically, the sample values which will actually come in in place of these variables. So these are just the random content sample values. Okay, go back to Pabbly Connect and let me search for the same message template. Basically, we would like to send the messages, and with the help of this template only, we are going to send the messages. Assign leads is the name of my template. Keep the language code and selected template ID as it is. Now it is asking for the recipient mobile number. So I would like to send this message to the first agent. So I am going to add the number of first agent. So assume that the number of the agents is 911111111. Okay, I am providing a dummy number in front of you, but don't worry, I will actually replace it while sending it. Okay, and remember, enter the recipient mobile number with the country code without plus sign. So you will have to provide the number in this particular format, and you can notice I have provided the same format. Here is the number, here is the country code, that too without plus sign. Okay, now it is asking for the body field 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What are these fields? Again, I have just shown you that I'm having few variables, and these are actually the variables only which we are going to fill one by one, which we are going to actually tell to the system that in place of first variable, what value should actually be placed. Okay, and from where exactly I will get these details, these values? Well, I will map these details from the response which I have received from Google Forms, and I don't need to copy the details from Google Forms and paste it here. Read here, enter text or map data. So we are going to map the data. Click on this field and you will find the option, basically the response of Google Forms here in the drop down. And by selecting these fields directly, you can actually map the data. But in the body field 1, it is asking for the form name. So let's map the form name. Okay, let me search for that form name. Alright, here is the form name. Travel booking and inquiry form responses. Well, it is actually the name of the spreadsheet, not the form name. So I am going to write it manually. Either I can manually add it or I can even map the same value. Well, it is totally up to you. I have actually mapped it. In case you want to write it manually, you can do the same. And the importance of mapping is whatever details you are going to map here will be replaced automatically. So let's say it is asking for the name of the person. How do I know that it is asking for the name of the person? Because the variable number is here 2, and that is why it has provided the name as body field 2, and I want the name of the person, which again I have received from the response. And you can see you can directly map the values here, and this is how I am going to map the values one by one. It is asking for the email address. Let me search for the same. You can even directly search for the values here, admin@pabblytuts.com. Now it is asking for the phone number. Let's search for the phone number as well. Here is the traveler's phone number. Asking for the budget. Let me search for the budget field, budget data. Well, the person has selected 30,000. All right. Finally, it is asking for the destination, basically for the city. Let me search for the same. Here is the city. So I have provided all the fields. Let's click on this button, save and send test request. And on the first time when you are going to set the router conditions, the messages will be surely get sent despite of the fact that the condition is true or false. Okay, because here we are actually setting up the condition, and while setting up this automation, while setting up the router's condition, the first time conditions will always execute. So in case condition is false and the message is getting sent, do not worry about that, because in real time it won't happen. It will not work if the condition is false. Okay, I will even show you in the last, once I will create this automation, that it will work absolutely fine. So let's click on this button, but before that let me open my WhatsApp web. So this is my WhatsApp web, and I'm going to click on this button finally and wait for the response, wait for the message. Well, it has provided me an error. Parameter value is not valid. Why? Remember, I have actually provided a dummy number here. I'll have to replace this number with the actual number. So I'll do it. Wait for it. So now I have actually provided a real number, basically my number. Let's click on this button once again and wait for the response. Well, the response is received and you can see even the message is also arrived. New lead is arrived. Hi Roger Binney, we have a new lead on our travel booking and inquiry form and it is assigned to you. Please take a look at the details below and reach out to as soon as you can. Focus on asking them questions about their needs based on the information below and try to create a best itinerary for them. Name of the person, email is here, mobile, traveling budget, city is Goa, all the best from your manager. And you can see whatever the values I have provided as a form submitter has been actually added automatically here in the message, in the WhatsApp message. Go back to Pabbly Connect, close this particular step, and this was the condition for sales agent 1. Now I am going to set the condition for sales agent 2 and 3, but instead of doing it from the scratch, how about I clone this particular step, and once I will clone this step, you will see the whole settings will be cloned automatically in the second step also. You can see it has cloned, and I'm going to clone this step once again because I need 3 conditions here. So I have cloned these 2 things. Let me delete the existing one. I have deleted the rest of the conditions. Let me first rename these conditions once again. Remove this clone and write it 2 here. Condition for sales agent 2. Click on update and going to rename this one also. Again remove this clone section and write here as 3, and this will be for the sales agent 3. Click here set filter and action step, and since this condition is actually for the counter value 2, so I will write 2 here. What will happen when the response value, when the final value will be 2, then this particular condition will be executed, and when it will be true, well, why this condition is true right now? Because the final value is actually 2. We have actually received the 2 value in the final value. Now once the condition is true, what should be done? It should send the message to the person. And now I am going to fill the details of WhatsApp. You can see here is the template name. Well, it is going to be the same, language code will be the same, template ID will be the same, but here the number will change because this time I am sending this message to completely different agent, to the sales agent 2. So I will add the number of my team member, basically the number of different sales agents. So okay, so I will add it, and in the body field too it will be the same. The dummy user, okay, here is the email address. Don't worry, all these values will be automatically replaced. You just have to click on this button. Again, I have actually skipped to fill the number. Let me first fill that number. So I have provided a different number. Click on this button once again and wait for the response. So the response is received. I am going to show you the response, and here I have received the message successfully. Let's set the last condition as well. Okay, close this particular step, open the third step, and here I am going to set the condition for the third sales agent, and here when the value is 3, then this particular route, this particular condition should execute. When I will click on this button, you will see the condition will be false, but if in case this condition is going to be true, what should be done? Well, again the message should be sent to the third person, and here every detail will be the same except the recipient mobile number, because here I'm going to add the phone number of, basically the WhatsApp number of sales agent 3 of my team. Okay, and rest of the things will be same. Let me change this number. Well, I just had 2 WhatsApp numbers only which I have already used, so this time I'm going to repeat one of my WhatsApp number just to show you how the message will send to the third agent. So I have provided the number. Let's click on this button, save and send test request, and wait for the response. Well, the response is received. Again check for the message, and you can see one more message has been arrived, and it has received actually on the same number. This was the previous message, and this is the third message which will received to the third sales agent. Okay, so this is the automation which I have created inside Pabbly Connect. We have provided 3 conditions with the help of router, and with the help of this number formatter we have actually created a scenario of sequence, basically from 1 2, 3, and this was the step of form submission. Let me fill this form once again in front of you, and you will see how the things will happen. Okay, how the automation will execute. Let me refresh this form and fill the details with a new detail. So this time testing user is filling out the form. desk@pabblytudes.com is the email address, and his budget is 80,000 and he wants to visit Sikkim. I'm going to submit this form. Now remember, earlier we had the counter value as 2. So that time I'm expecting that message has been sent to the sales agent too. But this time value will be actually the 3. So this time the message will send to the third sales agent. Let me even check for the WhatsApp number, and yes, we have received the response. You can see testing user, desk@pabblytudes.com, Sikkim is the place, 80,000 is the budget, and here is the number. So this is how now onwards, whenever someone is going to submit this form, the sales inquiry, these inquiries will be automatically distributed within your team members with the help of Pabbly Connect. And once you have created this automation inside Pabbly Connect, you can simply close Pabbly Connect because everything will be done in the backend. Pabbly Connect will take care of all the tasks, and in case you want to clone this setup into your account, into your Pabbly Connect account, I will attach the link of this workflow into my description box so that you can clone it directly to your account. Not just these applications, you can integrate multiple applications and automate your business with Pabbly Connect. You can ask your queries at forum.pabbly.com. My team will surely answer to your questions. This is the website of Pabbly Connect, and for the latest updates of Pabbly Connect and unique automation ideas, you can join our Facebook group, that is formget.deals. If you have found this video helpful in any way, share it with your friends and colleagues and also help them to automate their business. Like, share and subscribe. Thank you for watching this video.